Hi, welcome to City and County Credit Union's Tip Tuesday. As a not-for-profit financial cooperative, our driving mission is empowering you to do more. That means we go beyond the walls of our branches and out into the community. We like to partner with organizations in our community who share the same mission that we do, like the Salvation Army. Today, I'm going to take you inside and we're going to talk with the Salvation Army on ways you can give back this holiday season. Come with me. Hi everybody, I am so excited to introduce you to Brian with the Salvation Army. Brian, do you want to take a minute and just introduce yourself and what you do here at the Salvation Army?
Absolutely. I'm Brian Malahan. I am the Development Director for the Salvation Army Northern Division, which is Minnesota and all of North Dakota as well.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for having us here.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, we walked in, and we'll show you some footage later so you can get the full view of the location here. But we walked in and we saw all these red kettles, and I think for the Salvation Army, you automatically think red kettles, holiday season. But I know that's not all you guys do. So can you give us some background on the Salvation Army and the services you offer?
Absolutely. I like to think of the Salvation Army in three big buckets, or three big kettles. Food, shelter, and care. We meet people in their place of greatest need. Last year, and I'm going to give you some stats to put that in perspective. Last year, we served 750,000 people just here in the Northern Division. Across the country, Salvation Army served over 30 million people. That is through a network of food shelves here in the Twin Cities, 10 of them to be exact. It's through a network of multiple shelters for those people experiencing homelessness. On any given night, you've got close to 1,000 people taking shelter in one of our facilities. And then it's the wraparound emotional, spiritual care that goes with all of that. And so it's meet somebody in their place of need. We give that handout of help, but then how do we turn that to a hand up to help somebody get back on their feet?
Absolutely. And we were talking earlier that as a community, we can't thrive as a business, we can't thrive as a community unless we're all doing the same things to work together. So we just really commend the Salvation Army for all you guys do. And now that we're going into the holiday season, if I want to give back, whether that's through monetary donations or volunteering, what are some options I have?
Lots of different options. So you see the kettles behind us. The kettles are one of the primary ways that we raise the dollars needed for all the different programs and services. We need people to ring those bells. And so if you go to salvationarmynorth.org, click on volunteer, you can find out how to ring the bells and sign up for a shift with your family, your friends. Go out and help to raise some dollars to provide those services. You can also on the website find out other ways to actually make a donation. You can learn about all the different programs.
Excellent.
One of the things that's really important for our community now, the pandemic has really put people in some really bad spots. We have people that are still unemployed, people that are potentially facing eviction. We have 72,000 people here in Twin Cities alone behind in their rent and their mortgages. We have people that are still lining up for food assistance. Get educated about the issues, and you can do that at our website as well. So you can volunteer, you can donate, learn more about what your Salvation Army is doing in our community.
Oh, I love that. And I cannot recommend working with Salvation Army enough because City and County has partnered multiple times with the Salvation Armies in our community. And whether we are ringing the bells, which is coming soon, or volunteering on site, they have just been incredible at helping us coordinate and make sure we're well taken care of. So strongly recommend getting involved. And this is a trickier question, but in our community, there are a lot of nonprofits. So what makes, why should I select Salvation Army to get involved with? What are some top benefits for me?
So I'm glad you brought that up. There are a lot of nonprofits, a lot of great causes.
Absolutely.
We are the largest social service provider outside of the government. And so I think there's something to be said for size. And it's not just like bigger is better, but it's using our influence in how we collaborate with all of those other pieces of the community. When you give to the Salvation Army, either dollars or your time, you're plugging into an organization that touches every corner of the community. There is not a single major agency that we don't connect with in either the food that we provide, the shelter that we provide, and just the wraparound care. And so we're good stewards of the resources. We literally have an army of people connected with us. You can move the needle in terms of the health of our community when you connect with the Salvation Army.
Absolutely. And this is, I think, a very good segue into my next question here, because let's say instead of giving my time and I want to help and I want to do monetary donations, what if I'm in a situation where I actually need the help myself? How can I reach out to the Salvation Army to get those resources?
That is a great question. I want to give you a stat and then I want to answer that question. At the peak of the pandemic, 40% of the people that came to our food shelves had never visited a food shelf before. Let that stat sink in for a minute. Any one of us is one life event, one decision away from needing the services of the Salvation Army. And so we take that question very serious. If you find yourself in need, food, shelter, care, whatever the case may be, go to salvationarmynorth.org and you can literally punch in your zip code and it'll pop up the location of the Salvation Army that is closest to you to plug in for services. We, as the Northern Division, we have services available in every single county, every single zip code in both states. We have 77 different locations across Minnesota, North Dakota. So salvationarmynorth.org, punch in your zip code, it'll tell you where to go to get help.
Excellent. And I know it goes without saying that as a non-for-profit, you need help coming in, but you also have to give out those resources. So truly take advantage of the help that you need. And at City and County, we do a lot of financial resources. So we rely on partners like Salvation Army to give the help that our community needs. And so with that, do you want to give them a shout out to the URL one more time on where to find you, whether it's to volunteer or to need help?
salvationarmynorth.org. Go there, click on to volunteer, to donate, to get help, to learn more about the causes and the issues facing our community. salvationarmynorth.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Bailey.
Bye, everybody.